Good morning, how are you? It's Caroline from Complete Fitness and Wellbeing with your 5 moves in 5 minutes on this greyish Friday morning. How's your week been? I hope you had a good week. Today's 5 moves in 5 minutes is going to be taken from our balance class, which we have at 8:30 on a Friday morning. So I'm going to get straight into it because we have a class at 7:30 as well. I can tell you more about that another time. So if you're going to join in with me, certainly when it comes to our balance, please make sure you're only doing what feels right for you. If you need something to hold on to with support, then grab it, have that to hand. That's absolutely fine, and we can always adapt. And as always, clear, safe space, especially for our balance. So first move we're going to do, one of our regular every week moves we do, which again is a nice way to see our progression, is our tiptoe bend lower. 45 seconds work. Off we go. My feet are hip width apart. I'm going to gently come up onto tiptoe. How does that feel? Gently bend at the hips and the knees. Lower the heels down, straighten. So tiptoe, bend, lower, straighten. And I'm aiming, again, to keep my knees forward facing as well. So everything's in line with my joints, which will then help rather than anything sort of wobbling and being out of the place. So coming up, bending, lowering, straightening. Tiptoe, bend, lower. So again, coming up onto tiptoe as well is really challenging our balance, even with both feet on the floor. And it's a good way of knowing to really see how our toes feel, those joints, that movement, the ankles, the knees, the hips. So tiptoeing, bending, lowering. Lovely. Our next move, we're going to change the stance with our feet hip width apart. We're going to walk in a heel to toe position, but add a little squat as well. So I'm going to be walking heel to toe. I mean, this might be enough. Again, just changing the dynamics there, looking ahead. But I could also, once I've gone into that heel to toe position, gently imagine I'm sitting down, come back up again, switch heel to toe, sit down. So again, muscular wise, glutes, thighs, everything's being worked as well as that proprioception, noticing where I am. So I'm not looking down, I'm looking straight ahead. And I have to say, I'm not cheating by looking at you. I've got to look straight ahead, because having that focal point can really help with your balance, which is great. We can then always progress to moving our head, which again will challenge the balance. And it's something we actually have to do in real life, isn't it? We're walking, we're looking left to right, so we're constantly changing our perception of how we interacting with space and time. Next couple of moves, we're going to go into a wide squat. I'm going to go into that squat. So I'm hinging back, sitting down. I'm now going to come up onto one tiptoe and lower, onto the other tiptoe. How does that feel? Can I? Both tiptoes. So one, tiptoe. If holding that squat was a bit much, come out of it, and then we can come back down again. Tiptoe, tiptoe, both. Maybe come out of that again, because again, it's really going to work on the thighs, which is great. We're strengthening those muscles too. Tiptoe, both. Tiptoe, tiptoe, both. Oh, really does make the thighs work. That's good. And again, toes are feeling fine. So always observing, noticing how things feel. Right, next move. Again, a side lunge with a tiptoe and a leg lift. So I'm going to take my step out to the right, gently bend my right knee, push my hip back, come up onto tiptoe with my right leg, really feel that calf working, and then can I just literally lift that foot off. Tiptoe, lift, tiptoe, lift. If this position wasn't comfortable, it might just be, again, we're going to come up onto tiptoes and lift, being in a more upright position. So tiptoe, lift. Oh, tiptoe, lift. Another thing is fascinating that we might assume balance is always on one leg or something, but actually, with both feet on the ground and doing movements, it's challenging the balance. It's certainly challenging this leg. It's having to work really hard. Feeling those muscles working, we're nearly there. Oh, and relax. Last move. A little bit of a balance now and some upper body movement. So as my right leg has been doing a lot of work, that's going to be my non-working leg. I'm going to stand, raise my knee up. Your leg could hover. Arms out in front, keeping my hips forward. I'm aiming to rotate round, maybe following my arm with my gaze. back to centre, round. So I'm trying to keep the lower body as still as possible. My right foot, I can feel it working, adjusting every time I move. My toes, ball of my foot, heel of my foot. Now again, if you didn't want to follow your gaze, fine, look straight ahead, but we'll get that movement, that opening of the chest, taking the arms around. Nearly there. And rest. Brilliant, well done. So a mixture there of balance with both feet on the floor and with one leg off the floor, moving the rest of the body at the same time as well. So our senses are constantly working to assess where we are and to support us. So there we go, 5 moves in 5 minutes on a Friday morning. Hope you have a great day. Let me know how you're getting on with your balance practice. I would love to hear. Have a super weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with, I think it's weights and more. So I will see you then. Take care and speak soon.